Hey guys, welcome once again. Today we are going to be making puff puff, Nigerian street food, Nigerian street snacks. We have my warm water, another warm water. I have my, this is about 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I have my mixing glassware already prepared. And then that is sugar, that is 1/4 cup of sugar, that is 1 tablespoon of yeast. So I'm going to be adding the yeast to the warm water to activate it, and then I added just a little sugar to it from the one we are going to be using to make the puff puff. Just make sure you just stir, not necessarily stirring so well, but just to stir. This helps the yeast to be activated. That's just the amount of oil I'm going to be using for this. Some people might want to use butter, but I'm just going to be using oil, and that's about 4 tablespoons of oil. Remember, I am making 4 cups of all-purpose flour. So I just cover the yeast to retain the warmth and then allow it to activate very fast. This happens maybe within 4 to 7 minutes, 5 minutes, it will be activated. It doesn't take time. Because where I am, Saudi Arabia, is very, very hot, so you don't need so much heat. So that is my flour. I've already put in the mixing bowl. Yes, just trying to loosen it up. And I added salt to the flour. I'm adding sugar. This is 1/4 cup of sugar. That is the whole sugar I'm going to be using. 1/4 cup of sugar. So our yeast has been activated. You see how foamy it is? That is how to know if your yeast is active or not. So I've added the activated yeast into the solid. I'm adding the remaining of the water. This is just 1 cup. I used part of it for the yeast activation, and the remaining part is just what I added now. Is 1 cup of warm water. You keep mixing. So this is another 1 cup. And I'm not going to use everything. I've just added like 1/4 part of it. I'm not going to use everything. Just keep stirring, keep mixing. It might be hard or soft depending on the consistency you want. But this is just going to be like puff. It's not going to be hard. The outside might be a little crunchy, but the inside is definitely going to be soft, but not with so much air. I don't like when puff puff has so much air inside. I don't really like it. So that's why I don't add too much water and yeast to mine. So I'm adding the oil right now. This is 4 tablespoons of oil. And then you keep mixing. Keep mixing. Yeah, guys, keep stirring until it is quite smooth in your hands. So keep stirring, keep stirring. This is the consistency you want. You don't want it too loose and you don't want it too too strong or hard. You just want a very nice consistency. Just added little remaining oil from the one we used, so that I could cover it up in a plastic wrap and then allow it to proof. In this case, you don't really give it a lot of time because this is instant yeast and it has been proved to be active. So, I mean, it won't take long until it has proofed enough. It might get like double of its size. Yeah, most times it will get double of its size. So we just keep it and then come back when it has proofed enough. So guys, this is what we have. I told you it will definitely get to double of its size, or sometimes more than that, depending the number of minutes you leave it. Like usually I leave it for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. I don't leave it for a long time because the yeast is very, very active, so I don't leave it. And the weather where I am is very hot, so I don't leave it for a long time. So we're just going to beat off the air that it has trapped, and then we'll be ready to start frying. Make sure you deflate it and beat off all the air that it has trapped. And then you get a very nice puff puff, Nigerian puff puff. So my oil is already heated. I need to just grease my hands so that it doesn't stick so much. Please, this is deep frying. I don't know if what I'm doing is exactly deep frying. Well, it's deep frying, but with a large frying pan. So make sure you do a very nice deep frying, and then you get the best out of your out of your puff puff. And make sure while you're just putting the dough into the oil, just keep flipping it so that the density will not affect it, and you will see one side will be well cooked while the other one is still very white. So keep flipping it so that the density gets okay. I mean, the density will be okay. So guys, we are going to continue to fry our puff puff, and then just keep watching. Subscribe if you have not done so. Like, share, comment. Let me get to hear what you have to say. What do you snack on generally if you're a Nigerian? And if you're not, what do you really snack on? This is like dumplings when you're not in Nigeria. We call it puff puff, but in other places they call it dumpling. So how do you prepare yours? Do you use already made dumpling powder, or do you prepare from the scratch? For me, I prepare from the scratch because I want to know exactly what I'm adding and the consistency and the nutritional value, if it has any. So we keep frying. guys, we've been frying. Make sure you monitor the heat, so that, I mean, if it's too high, your puff puff is going to burn, and if it's too low, I mean, it's going to soak all oil. So make sure you control the heat such that it is not high and it is not too low. I try to, my gas, of course, as you can see, is manual, so I try to regulate it by myself, because I know the heat that will give me a very nice outcome, and I know the heat that will make it look soggy and very greasy. So make sure you monitor your heats, and then, I mean, it's gonna come out very lovely and nice and sweet. Yeah guys, sorry, the sizes might not be the same because I'm not a professional puff fryer. This is what I just do for my kids. I mean, to feel their mom, to, I mean, feel at home and not feel left out. So this is it. Our puff is ready to be eaten. What are you waiting for? We are inviting you. Just come around and take care of yourself. Subscribe, like, comment. I'll see you in my next. Bye.